because into the beginning of the fiscal year, all these security notices keep coming up.
Yeah, man. I guess
that's what happened with Apple. I mean,
yeah. I saw something. I actually saw that Microsoft had a big thing where they got a huge update coming through right now. Some big hacking thing, whatever. I don't know. It's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time. But nonetheless, it has been a long time, Jeff. It's been a long time. Are you
starting now?
I'm just moving into it.
Okay. Well, I didn't think we're gonna add that in there, so that's why.
We might. We had a little talking conversation before, as the music plays, introduced. Kind of like, kind of how Barrett does his. But
sure.
Anyway, Jeff,
what's up? It's been one too many weeks have gone past since episode 4 now.
Yeah.
All I can say.
A lot's happened. So this is our first attempt at episode 5. I don't even know what a first attempt means because we'll totally try it again if we don't like this one. But episode 5 is finally here. It's had to have been, what, a month? Almost?
Yeah, probably. Because we didn't do any in June.
Yeah, so a lot there. But we did do some barbecuing, or we did a little beer review. Not barbecuing. We did a beer review. We posted that. Hope everybody enjoyed that one. Really good peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter beer from Yeti.
Yeah, from Memorial Day.
That was really good. So I hope people enjoyed that. It seemed like it got a lot of response up. Even though we weren't always doing podcasts, we were still trying to produce a few things here and there. But we also went on a bunch of adventures, and that's what we do here. But before we get into that, we do have some exciting kind of new social media stuff we probably need to segue into. You've been a big component of this. You've really...
Whoa. Man, I'm thirsty. I don't know about you. I'm really thirsty.
You're right.
Start off this podcast just like we start off every other podcast.
You're right.
The beer review.
Oh my gosh, that's what happens when you've been a month away. You forget how to do little things. It's like riding a bicycle again, though. When I get back on, what do you want me to grab it and show the audience, or you want to kind of give a little explanation?
No, go for it.
All right, we got a My Boy Blue. Right? I don't know. It's a little because of my yeah, you'll definitely want to show yours. My Boy Blue. All right. It is a blueberry wheat ale. And it's 12 fluid ounces.
Ounces, baby.
Ounces.
We're from the South.
Oh, and it does say to ride responsibly.
Pretty good.
And it's from Brew Bus Brewing. I like it. But I also have something to add, even though I forgot a beer, right? I know you always do like an open glass, right? So you can see it. And we say that oftentimes I don't do that, or I drink out of the can, or whatever the case may be. But my wife decided that I needed a special glass for reviews. And so I got a new glass. Looks like beer. Yeah. She did this all herself, right? She's got looks like a little bubbly. It may not come out good on the picture, but there's like this nice beer, look kind of clear through, kind of bunch of carbonation in it with a foamy top. Kind of looks like something I would pour because I just just hard as I can, huge head on it. But she didn't want me to just say, hey, that could be anybody's beer can, right? That could just be anybody's, cup that somebody made that looks like a beer. So she made mine a little different by saying, putting a little sticker here on the front. I don't know if you can see it, but it does say Dad Bod Drinking Team. So that's me. I don't know how to make this thing work.
We'll definitely take a picture of it and put it on.
We'll put this on there. But anyway, this is my official cup for
your official.
Yeah, my official cup for drinking beers. So we'll post this on the thing so you can actually see. It's really cool. I really appreciate she did. She spent a lot of time on it. So it was really cool watching her do it.
Yeah, it is. I can vouch for it. It does look really good. Really, really cool.
All right. With that being said, let's hope I don't spill this one. Because that's actually what happened on the last episode. I spilled it all over me.
You sure did, man.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, you can smell it.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell there's some blueberry in there. I mean, you can see the light and the color. Well, you definitely see it in your cup, but I can see it in mine as well. It smells really good.
Sure does.
Wow.
It's got a nice, purplish blue tint to it.
Looks pretty clear. It doesn't look like there's a lot of settlement in there.
No, it's very clear, very clear. It's got a, like you said, that bluish, purplish tint to it, as what a blueberry would be. Cheers to you, my friend.
All right, man. Episode 5. Here we go.
Yep. I can drink these all day.
Yeah.
It's very good, very refreshing taste to it.
It is. So I had on one of my trips. I don't want to get too far on that, but I did have a blueberry IPA. And in my head, I was thinking somewhat that it may taste like that, but the wheat obviously doesn't give you that bitterness.
Right.
And this is really refreshing in that aspect. I thought the bitterness for the IPA for a blueberry, it was good. I didn't like it as much, and I really like IPAs. I guess I'm thinking of my blueberries being kind of a very fresh, summery beer. I think this really hits a spot. And actually, I kind of even find it, I think it feels so much flavor of blueberry. It almost feels like I don't want to say this because it's not right, but a sour in a way. Like there's a tartness to these blueberries that gives it a puckerness.
Yeah, maybe to you, not to me, really.
Yeah. No,
I mean, it has a blueberry punch to it for sure, like it's knock in your face blueberry.
Yeah,
here it is.
I think that's what I'm referencing. Is like it feels like eating a blueberry, but there's some alcohol in it.
Yeah,
there should
and
be.
On the can it says it was the 2019 silver medal winner at the Great American Beer Festival. So that's pretty cool. It was for wheat beer. A fruit wheat beer. That's what it says. Fruit wheat beer.
I think that's why I keep going with the sour, because a lot of the sours are so fruity. I think that's why I say that. I know it doesn't taste like a sour, and it's not super tart, and it's not that bitter. But
I would go one past you with the sour and say it's a fruited ale, because I had a fruited ale the other day and it was really good, because it's almost close to sour, but it's different category of beer. And I would say it's that, because it has a little bit of tart, but not as much tart as the sour does.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a happy medium somewhere there.
That is the happy medium. But I like to say, like Aaron said, it's brewed and canned by Brew Bus Brewing out of Tampa, Florida. So just throwing that out there.
They've only been going for about a little over 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Did they start this since 2011?
Oh, 2011, yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yes, I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it.
I feel like as local beers have it around here, we've tried a lot of them.
Yeah, sure.
At least
most of them, except for the limited releases that we can't ever get there because we're just
But as we sip on this beer, as I was alluding to earlier, we do have some exciting things. One of those things actually is behind me. I think I'll go this way, which is our new logo, the Tailblazers. And there's you and I. It's so hard trying to direct traffic when it's backwards. But a little sunset right here, right? A little clouds moving in, a little bit of water right here. And we probably had a good day fishing. I guarantee you this picture was taken of us out there. We were fishing. We're probably coming back to get into shallow water, have a beer.
So is that the sunset or the sunrise?
I like to think of it as the sunset. Because this says to me, it could be the sunrise. But I like it the sunset because in my mind, we've had a good day. And if it's the sunrise, then it's the day is still up to interpretation. I'm not sure if we're gonna have a good day yet. But this in my head, I know we did. What's your thoughts? Sunset or sunrise?
I can go either way, because either way, if it's in the morning or in the afternoon, I know it's always gonna be a good day with you.
I like the glass half full approach. Yeah, I was a little.
That's how I always am, man.
No, that's what makes you, you know.
Yep, I'm unique like that.
So we got a logo, and darn it,
we did. Let's say who designed that logo? Do you have him up? I got him up. His name is VINI Clark Graphic Design. It's a VINI Clark CLARK Graphic Design. You can find him on Facebook at VINI Clark Graphic Design. He's based out of Columbia right now. He does have a website. It's www.viniclark.com. Check him out. We will put him on our podcast, in our Facebook, our social medias, and our website.
Yeah. Website. Hold on. What did you say?
Who said that?
Whoa.
Did somebody say that? Yes.
Is this thing on? Am I hearing this right? What is a website? What
Charlie?
I know it is a website, but we
right?
were like third party in this thing for a little while. What's going on with that?
I don't know, man. Something happened. So something happened in the world, the wide world web, that a website came along. It is thetailblazers.net.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thetailblazers.net. And it's TALE, thetailblazers.net.
Yeah. So we were very excited about that. We kind of switched over to how we were throwing our episodes onto the different, Spotify's, iPhones, Apple,
We're still working on Apple, man. They had a problem last time I looked into it. They were having issues with getting new podcasts on. So hopefully when this one releases, we'll actually have iTunes and the podcast app for Apple on there.
Well, they're totally screwing it up. They're screwing the pooch there, but
hey, man, at least we got Spotify. We got iHeartRadio.
Yeah, we got Spotify, iHeartRadio. Those are really good things. So on our website, it's still young. It's in its infant stages. We're working on it. We'd definitely want you to check it out. Let us know how you think and all that stuff. But we're new, and so we have some ideas that we're going to go down with the future. We're hoping to have some products made. So if you'd like some Tailblazer gear, we'll get you some. We can hopefully get you some of that ordered, or definitely would like to do some giveaways as well. And on top of that, though, hopefully we'll have some blogs and stuff, little pieces of information of different adventures we've been on, some things we've learned, beers we've tried, reviews we'd like to give you about either places, food, or drinks. So we'll have some reading material as well. So just not only were you a good place to find our podcast, as well as going through Spotify and iHeartRadio, but you can also check them out and listen to the episodes directly from the website. But we're hoping to have some pretty good content there. Of course, we'll have some pictures and things like that. Of course, you can see all those things on Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff as well. But
on the website, on each podcast, it will actually have it divided with the description and some pictures and links to all the things we talk about and everything like that. Will all be there in one little post, so you don't have to go far.
Yeah. So, of course, we'll still do little mini segments on YouTube and things like that as well. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely check those out. So we're really excited about that. I didn't mean to bring, and I totally forgot to do it, but you can imagine if this is the logo, imagine we also have little business cards. We're really excited about that. Hoping to get those out next time we go gallivanting around locally to try to get some people on the podcast, as well as just some information on different local breweries. We got so much we can talk about, and there's no way we can talk about it all in one day, but but we have a lot to talk about. We definitely experienced some good beers. I'd like to get some of those people on the show if we can, or worst case, I hope they can help us give us a beer or two when they got something unique to try. So
for sure. And then along with the website, what comes along with websites usually? You have your own URL now.
Yeah. So does that help me? And if I'm a Tailblazer fan, right? And I want to get to you. Like I want to say, hey, I really like your show. I want to send you a beer that we homebrewed, or that this local brewery, microbrewery did. How can I get to you? Just that goes directly to our website or anything? Is there like a email address that I may need specifically for Tailblazers? Or
we do have an email address.
What?
And it's awesome. It's called hate mail HATEMAIL, hate mail at thetailblazers.net. Again, hate mail at thetailblazers.net. Shoot us an email there. We'll be reading them. Trust me.
Yeah. And like I said, if you got any hate, give us that too. But if you also like to give us some ideas for brewery to try in the local area or where we're going to places, let us know if there's any kind of a particular top, maybe kind of beer. We tend to go into a lot of IPAs. Well, we've broken. I mean, as general, I think drinking, you and I like IPAs, but we have really tried a lot of things. You brought in some stouts. We have a wheat now. We've had IPAs. So
yeah,
I think we had some
more up in there. We still got one left from our first run at the store, and that one is going to be totally different than anything we've tried so far. So I think
I still have it in here.
I hope you would.
So it's right there. I saw it when I came in, but there's a reason we picked this beer and we jumped though, right? Like we're gonna get that beer and we'll go back to it. But this beer is different because it is from Florida, right?
It sure is from Florida.
And so how did we get our hands on it? Because we haven't found it here locally yet, have we? I haven't seen it.
I don't even know if you can find it here locally.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I haven't looked.
Nope.
But you left me here in South Carolina while you went on an adventure, didn't you?
Yeah.
What'd you go do? Where'd you go see? What did you?
That was the first one to leave one of us for a little bit.
Yeah.
So no, I went on family vacation. We went down to Ormond Beach, Florida, which is barely north of Daytona Beach. Literally, we walked from Ormond to Daytona Beach, at least the north part of it.
Oh, really?
So it was pretty interesting. Yeah, we arrived there on a Saturday. We're from Saturday to Saturday. We arrived there on Saturday, and we're on the last day of the Daytona Truck Show. And you talk about a lot of trucks and busy. Holy cow.
Are you talking about like jacked up trucks or
mainly jacked up trucks, squatted trucks?
Oh no, not those.
Kids with daddy's money trucks, all kinds of trucks. It went from redneck to city boys. It was pretty crazy.
I really wish somebody on hate mail would tell us why the purpose. I want to know one person that squatted their truck and actually do they think it's aesthetically pleasing? Because it's not to anybody that I speak to. It definitely functionality isn't worth a damn. But I want to know, does somebody aesthetically like one of those Carolina squats, or I think there's another name for like a Tennessee lean. And the only reason I even know this information is because I hate it so much. I've looked it up just to see how I could bash it. And that in itself is enough. But I just want to know, does somebody look at that and they're like, yeah, that looks really good, man. I'm really glad I did that with my truck. I mean, they go into bed at night.
Out of that one.
I've just, but hey, more power to them. Maybe their whole thing is like, maybe they're just those kids that like don't listen. You know what I mean? And they're like just constantly if the parents like, don't run in the store, don't play with scissors, and they're like playing with scissors. They're just doing it because like they just want negative attention. That might be it. They may know it is as absolutely stupid as it is, and it is not aesthetically pleasing. So they're just like, but yeah, it gives me attention. It's negative, but it's still attention. There's probably some psychological issue there going on. But anyway, let me know. Email, but definitely.
Yeah. So that was like our first day there. Like we get there and it's probably about 4 o'clock or so. So what we immediately do is we saw there was a restaurant across the street. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It was pretty good. It was kind of family owned kind of place, a little small. But so we walk over there, and there's only in front of our place where we stayed, which was the Georgian. There's a crosswalk, but it's not in front of the building. There is a a community park or whatever you want. Yeah, a community park where people, you can pull up and you can access the beach right there. Right there was a crosswalk. So you have to go in there and go to the crosswalk, hit the button so it flashes the yellow lights above the 4-lane road that you're about to cross. And some of those people don't stop, man. And my mom, she likes to just go because she thinks she's got the right of way when she's walking. And I have to remind her The vehicles don't always stop for you, and they will run you over. I'm pretty positive the vehicle will win that war.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they don't always stop. So that was always fun to cross that 4-lane highway, especially with all the trucks and everything else. There were some trucks that actually would pull up to the pedestrian walkway and block both lanes.
So hold on, am I missing this? Is it pedestrian right away here? Like, is it 100% like, is it law there that you have to stop for pedestrians crossing, or is it?
Well, it's law in South Carolina that pedestrians have the right of way.
Well, yeah, but some places though, like other states too, they'll do, especially beach towns, like if there's somebody there, you have to stop by law, and they're pretty strict about it. Is that where you were at?
Yeah, that's how it was there too. But they actually had a place where you can hit a button and it flashes lights and everything for you. So it's but they were supposed to stop for you anyway. I mean, just not like at the crosswalks. I mean, you're not going to go in between them and people are going to stop for you. I don't think that's going to happen. So
yeah, no, I was just, I'm concerned at this point in the story about Mama LeBlanc's, crosswalking ability. Like, I think you're right. She's not going to win a car. Like, she's a tough lady, but you're not going to take a squatted truck. It's just not going to do it. And so I think we might, those little cars back in the day, the police cars, you like, woo, you take the light and you put it on top. Maybe we need to make sure she's got like one of those like toe tucked orange lights, and we can like wear it on her hat. So she's like, woo, gonna walk out in front of you.
Maybe get her like one of those Minions siren and goes,
yeah. Just coming along. You stop, I'm walking,
Yeah.
Her
she was always at the cross. We always went to the crosswalk to cross the street. So
So
it was always
official jaywalking. Yeah.
I mean, the lights were always flashing, but even when the lights are flashing, they might not be a stopping. So you just got to be patient. So anyway, so that was a very interesting experience with all the trucks and all that when we have to cross the street. So it was that was very interesting. So after we ate, I was there with my niece. So my niece, my mom, and I walked to Publix, which was North Side Daytona, which we didn't really know that until we get almost to like a street north of the Publix. It says, "Welcome to Daytona Beach." And I'm like, oh gosh, here we are. No wonder there's everybody around. So that was interesting. We walked down there and got some groceries and then walked back. My niece was pretty livid at the moment. She was like, why didn't we drive down here? I mean, it's beach weather too, so it's not cool.
Yeah.
It's hot.
And muggy, I'm sure, and humid.
Yeah. So that was an interesting first day. But it was good. We got everything we needed. And got some beer when I was there, and that was a good time. So
yeah, and that was just transitioning and getting there on like what, Saturday, was it correct?
Right? Yeah, that was just Saturday. I mean, the trucks went on, they were driving back and forth, cops pulling over people. I mean, it was very interesting to watch that night, because that's all we just stayed at the hotel and watched these hooligans go back and forth on the trucks, hanging out the windows in the back of the trucks with chairs and everything else. I mean, it was a good old time for them.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Now, what's the rest of this week look like? What's your plans? What kind of vacation? Y'all just trying to relax, chill on the beach, have a few beers? If you did, what'd you drink? What'd you like, etc., etc., etc.?
It was definitely just a relaxation trip. We had Monday, so Sunday and Monday were kind of rain outs. Well, Monday was more rain out than Sunday. Sunday we're at the beach. The first day at the beach. All right, let's go chill. That's what we did. It was mainly mom and I at the beach for a while until Dad and my niece got up. So that was pretty interesting. They were pretty slow movers in the morning. So Sunday was like that. I think Sunday, was it Sunday? I believe it was Sunday afternoon or evening. For dinner, we went to ORMOND Garage, which was pretty interesting, kind of an historic figure for ORMOND, because ORMOND is the original place for speed, or something like that, what they call it. And ORMOND Beach is the original is where they had the original race. It wasn't Daytona. It was actually an Ormond. So they'd race on the beach because there in the beach you can drive. So they used to race on the beach and try to break speed records and different things like that. Mainly, you know, just drag strip down and back kind of deal. So that was kind of interesting. In the garage was it's a, what do you want to call it? It's a brewery and restaurant kind of deal. So they make their own beer there, which was fantastic. And I had about two or three different beers. Can't remember off the top of my head. I might have them written down in my notes. I thought I did, which I sure did. See, thinking. So I had an Ormond Garage. I had a chocolate stout to begin with, which is very delicious. It hit the spot right off the bat. And then along with my meal, which they had spicy fried pickles, which I never had spicy fried pickles before. So I was like, I'm gonna get them. Mom and Dad thought they were pretty hot, but they weren't to me. So, but they were good. And then for the main course, I had buffalo cauliflower tacos, which was pretty interesting because it was almost like buffalo chicken tacos, but it was cauliflower instead of the chicken, which was really good. And along with that, I had the peaches and cream ale, which was very interesting and it was very good. And I would definitely get that again.
I have something to add to that later. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a flavor that's happening now.
Yep. So, and then for dessert, I had a double IPA.
I feel like you should have had the chocolate.
Yeah. No, I went the other way around.
I
saw they had a double IPA, so I was like, I can have that. So, but it was a pretty interesting restaurant, brewery. It had like a lot of their old newspaper clippings on the wall. They had a race car there. They had a couple older models in the ceiling, actual cars in the ceiling, which was cool. It was just very nice. Like in the back, you can see the brew kettles and different things like that. Just very interesting, and just the atmosphere was very nice for being down there near the racetrack and learning about the history of Ormond. So
that's kind of neat. It reminds me of like and I know it's probably way better than this, but like a Sticker Quick Lube kind of like garage feel. But
yeah,
obviously this had a history to it, a local piece.
It was way smaller than one of those too. So
really? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a very big place at all. So
interesting. How did you like the chocolate? I just, out of all the beers you talked about, I'm a little interested in the like kind of the orange creamsicle thing, but I'm interested in the chocolate. I think I feel like I overly analyze chocolate stouts or anything like that. How did you like it? I mean, was it super sweet? Was it super dark? Like bitter? What would you? One of your better stouts and chocolates you've had?
It wasn't as bitter as I like it, like a stout to be. It was definitely more probably on the chocolate end, but it was smooth.
Yeah.
This is going off memory too. I mean, this has been quite a while since I've had this beer, but I would have to say it was a nice, smooth chocolate stout. It wasn't overpowering in any direction at all. Definitely the carbonation was probably close to almost a nitro, but you can still have those carbonation bubbles rolling on your tongue, but not heavily. So if that puts any aspect in there. But that's what I would say about it.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I think I'd probably like it. I do like it. I think if I'm going with a chocolate beer, I tend to like them. It'd be a little sweeter. And actually, one of them that I really liked was that Hershey's Jingling. They did.
Yeah.
I actually really like that beer, but anyway.
That was good.
All right, so got some local beer, got some local food, got a little bit of local history there. What were the people like? Were they all tourists? Were they all tourists?
Majority were tourists, except for the people working.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. There was nobody. I mean, there's nobody there. I don't think that was on the beach. That was actual local. There probably could have been a couple here and there, but you couldn't spot them out because everybody's on the beach, wearing trunks and whatever else.
Hey, that's a good beer, dude.
Yeah, I'm almost done with mine too.
I'm finished.
Really, it's refreshing. It's an easy drinker.
I don't know if it's the cup that was so good. I mean, just It was kept
To blame it on
cold.
the cup.
I just want to give credit where credit is due. The cup's nice, and I like it, so I want to make sure she feels appreciated. But
I'm sure your wife feels appreciated.
I hope so. But this is a really good beer. I definitely could have had another one.
Yeah, so. Sorry, I drank the other 4.
Son of a gun. Son of a freaking gun. Okay, note to self.
Man, imagine that on the beach.
Note to self.
That was good on the beach.
Buy a 6-pack. Only drink 5, give 1 a Jeff. No, I'm just joking. I actually tried
1 pack.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the best way to bring it back a beer on my trip, but I was afraid to put it in my suitcase. So anyway, I wasn't able to do it.
Chicken.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed already, and we aren't even talking about it.
Okay, our next episode 6 just disappointed already.
Huge letdown.
He doesn't show up to episode 6. It's just me.
I feel like I'm always bringing the beer.
Yeah, definitely are. I mean, there's
never one time where you brought a beer yet.
Well, it's because you haven't stopped and not got one yet. It's literally like you said, and we haven't even caught up from the first ones you bought. I keep thinking that we'll catch up, but we haven't ran out yet.
No, I go to the beer store more than you do, I guess.
You do. I really don't go shopping for a lot of craft beers, but I drink. That's all I really drink.
Yeah.
No, like I'll go to a brewery, obviously, and I'll drink stuff at Total Wine and everything like that. But if you're not with me, I don't tend to drink. Yeah. But if you're with me, I'll drink as many as we need to drink.
Right.
I don't know if we ever need to drink, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. To get the flavors we want.
Yeah. But yeah. So
no. So back to our Ormond trip. We what was it? So that was Sunday mainly, and then Monday was I think Monday was a wash in a way, but Monday is when we got our nephew. His mom brought him down and met up with us, and so we had him for Monday. I think it was the evenings when he showed up, and then so Tuesday we spent all day at the beach, and that was fun with him because he was all over the dang place, just playing with stuff. He would we had those sand toys, so we tried to show him how to use them, and then he would just pick it up and throw it in the waves and just watch it go and just laugh, and then you'd have to go chase it. So it's like, oh, thanks, man, appreciate it. So Tuesday was all at the beach. I think his mom brought him down a kite. So we were out there on the beach flying the kite. And
this is sorry. I need
good, man. You just need to get down to my level, I guess.
No, I wanted to.
You trying to figure it out? You should have figured that out before you got on.
I didn't realize. Oh yeah, I'm in business now, Jeff.
You sure are, man. You sure are. You're doing good. So anyways, about the kite story, which I got this on video, which is pretty cool. But so we're flying the kite and we're showing him, how to do it, trying to get him to hold the string and all that stuff. And he was holding it, but luckily Mom had one end of the string because he just let go of it. So Mom caught it. And then so Mom's like, no, you gotta hold on to it. You gotta hold on to it. You just gotta fly it in the air, holding it. So Mom gives it to him again, and this time he's the only one that's got a hold of it. And all of a sudden, Mom turns for something to look at something. And all of a sudden, he just lets go, and he's just watching it, and then he just starts jumping and laughing. It's like, and that kite just went straight in the ocean, man. It just went just straight in the ocean, and I'm behind him videoing it, and I'm like, Mom, he dropped it. And then so I'm trying to run after it, but I got a phone in my pocket and everything else, and it's like once it hit the waves, I was like, no, I can't get it. And you just see that thing just skipping across the wave, and I was like, well, that's an interesting way. Maybe we can use that and put a lure out there or something.
Well, they do. I mean, you have kite fishing offshore and stuff, so
yeah,
exactly what I mean.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it was just very interesting because all of a sudden it just goes just along the waves. And he's just enjoying himself, man. It's like, what are you doing, kid?
So you lost it completely?
Yeah, man. I don't know where it went. It's in the
man.
ocean.
Well, there
Mom
goes
litter.
there goes. Oh well, I was for a second there. I thought it was the Tailblazers were now become sea turtle killers.
No, that wasn't us. That
Okay,
was
good.
Mom. Mom let him get hold of it.
Mama LeBlanc's not here to defend herself. Just his mom's fault. She did it. She did it.
Yeah. So
literally
but
after that
did.
incident, six sea turtles washed up on shore. It was mom's fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we did see a mask in the water at one point. So that
What kind of mask? Like a creepy, scary one?
like a surgical, like one of those surgical masks.
Oh, like for COVID or whatever?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so that was floating around. Well, not really floating, it was right on the sand. So
yeah, well, the kite thing is interesting because I was wondering if we could do a kite, like if we could, kind of go with the theory of how they do it offshore, but we don't have a lot of wind here, and actually do like downline, like off the boat and stuff, and let them float just over to different places. I kind of wondered if there was a way to do it actually, but maybe there's a,
maybe, I don't really know.
Nope.
It's something to look up and try
for sure.
So yeah, so that was basically Tuesday. It was fun. Oh, and I picked up a couple cigars at the beer store when we went, because we actually did go to the beer store on Tuesday, and that's where I got this beer and a couple other Florida beers. Because we were there, and I kept trying to hand 6-packs to my mom, and after 2, she was like, "You don't need no more," and I'm like, "Mom, I'm buying these for the podcast, so please help me out." She was like, "I'm not carrying anymore." So I'm like, "Whatever, Mom." So I'm over here all stacked up with beer cans and 2 cigars. So, and I enjoyed that cigar walking on the beach at night on Tuesday night. So that was pretty good. I think I took a picture of it. Cause you always got to get that wrapper, but I don't remember. I don't have it pulled up right now. So anyways.
We can post all those pictures on our website, so that'd be nice.
So, yeah, because I got that, and I got the pictures of ORMOND, garage, and all that stuff, and pictures of the food. So I got pictures, pictures of the food and everything. So that was always good. Pictures of storms that came in, because it did rain on us majority of the time. So I think Tuesday too, they had at the place that we were staying at, they had a band come. Well, not a band, but it was a one-man band that came and played for about 2 hours or so. So that was nice and relaxing at the pool to just sit there and drink some beer. And Dad answered a trivia question that he asked about, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
All of a sudden, Dad's like chimes in, "It's Clearwater or Creed." I mean, whatever it was. I can't remember. No, Credence. Yeah, nice. Credence Clearwater. So yeah, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, that was Tuesday.
So it did rain. So it rained a lot. So I guess that dampened like just chilling on the beach all day.
Well, yeah, I mean, it rained Monday mainly. Was the day it rained, and then you had the pop-up showers in the afternoon, just like any other beach.
What are you doing there, Jeff? What are you doing?
Cracking open another beer.
What kind of beer you got there?
It's a hazy.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
Why? It's not one beer review.
Well, no, I mean, that's fine. Oh my gosh, I got 2 extra. I have 2 beers in this fridge, man.
Florida.
I got something River Up, and then I got something like that.
Yeah, well, that's not. Why did you even show it, man?
Well, hey, just pretend like it's somebody ran out naked and put a little thingy over it so you can't see what it is. Yeah, just censor that beer, okay? Oh my gosh!
Do.
What the heck, dude?
What?
We got so much beer.
Did you find one you can drink? Hey, look at that. Is it frozen?
There's a little bit of ice in there.
Oh well, you'd be all right. You can chew it.
I gotta figure. I gotta figure out actually to open it.
But you can't open a beer, then you're not supposed to be able to drink it.
It's the issue that it's a
pop top.
Yeah, I gotta go pop it off. So, but that's fine. I always have time to do that because I'll make time every time.
So yeah.
This commercial break to you is brought to you by Altec.
Mountain Dew?
Altec.
Altec.
Altec. Al, then tech.
Altec.
Yeah, I don't know. Altec. I actually don't know anything about the product. It's not even a real product. I just want to get to. I would
imagine somebody's named something out there that's called Altec.
I just want to get to the point where we have a sponsor, so I can finally go as I go unpreparedly, as you would put it, go and get my beer open from the other side of the room. We can fill in. Tailblazers. This segment is brought to you by Honda. Drive fast and reckless. Car's gonna get extra mileage with the new gas. Try E86 acceptable gas mileage. I don't know. Try a new oil. I don't know. Go fishing. Go F yourself. I don't care. I just want to have a commercial. I just want to be able to say it. You know what I mean? That's what I want to get. Because it's like we sat on that one podcast that obviously wasn't ours. It was at a studio and they had this beautiful staying. They're advertising people. I want to do that.
So, they were advertising people. It didn't mean they were sponsored by those people.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I want to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just got to be someone out there.
It's free advertising for somebody. You can probably just pick whoever, and it's not like they can sue you because you're just advertising them.
Yeah.
And not in a negative way.
Yeah. The opinions and comments made on this podcast do not reflect Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a bubbly soft drink filled with sugary water. Enjoy your Coca-Cola at your local beach. Please check out Ormond Beach.
Yeah, you think we're going to get sued by Ormond Beach?
Yeah, right. That one's going to be a hard one. Whole city just sues us. They're like, these Tailblazers guys, they got like 95 followers. Let's give them, shake the book at them. Go to GoFundMe page for Tailblazers to get a lawyer.
Yeah. So speaking of places that you don't want to get sued by, we went to St. Augustine on Wednesday for the day.
Uh-huh.
So, and my brother met us there at like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, sometime around there. So he definitely showed up at TQ time.
Yeah.
But so it was pretty interesting. When we first got there, we parked in the garage that was at the Welcome Center because it was just easy. Yeah. And we paid the $15 and just left the car there the whole day. And so then we walked down their main strip of shops and everything. It's called, I think, St. George Street. I'm not real positive on that. So we started off that way, and it was probably, I don't know. Well, we went into the visitor center, of course, first. Mm-hmm. Looked around there, talked to let the person talk to you for their good 20-minute spiel or whatever they talk to you about. And then we went to, I don't know. Then we walked down that little shops, did some shopping, and then we went to, I think it was Harry's Seafood, something like that. That was not prepared for that. Sorry. What was it like? It was a restaurant, but they had, Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill. But their line was outside for waiting. So you had to wait in this line outside before you can get inside to even put your name down to even get a seat yet. So we waited for probably about an hour and a half at this place. Okay. But man, that food was good. It was good. So it was really good food. I had some kind of grouper with grit cakes. And those grit cakes were really.
What is in a grit cake? Grits?
It was.
Did you say grit in like
grits?
Grit. Grits. Okay.
Like breakfast food.
Yeah. That sounds really good.
Yeah, so it was a cake, and they were like fried cakes.
Oh yeah, man, those things are good. I've had them that way too, with jalapenos in it, and with a good ranch dressing on the side.
This one had some kind of gravy sauce that they put on it. But it was really good. Really good food. Really good atmosphere. Just fine dining kind of place in a way, but we're just off the street. Ate good that day. Ate good there. So after that, then we started walking back down St. George Strip because my niece saw a medieval torture museum that she wanted to go to. Oh, before we went to that Pirates Museum there, the Pirate Museum. That was great. What?
I just got an email, bro.
From who?
Riverbank Zoo.
Yeah.
Our tickets are good. We got another adventure coming down the road.
Woo!
Yeah, man.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah. Excited.
That'd be fun.
We're gonna have a good time. We'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. That'll be episode 7 or so.
Well, it might be past that.
You think? Yeah, maybe. Man, like I said, we've been gone.
We got a lot to talk about. We can just pile them on.
Yep.
But yeah, so we went to that Pirate Museum before we went to eat. Forgot about that. It was good. It was interesting.
The Pirate Museum?
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice to walk around, get to do some stuff. My nephew got scared because they had a talking head that was hanging from the ceiling. I think it was Blackbeard or something like that. And he was like, nope. He wanted out of that room real quick. So that was pretty interesting. It was just pretty interesting to learn about that kind of stuff. So then we ate. Then my niece, she wanted to go to that medieval torture museum. So we thought it was best that my nephew didn't go to that since he already got freaked out at the pirate one. So mom and dad took him and they walked back to the car. And during that time, we were in that museum at Ford. So that was a good time to be in a museum, I think.
Yeah.
But the torture museum was pretty interesting. It was, they had everything you could think about to torture somebody. And they said it was the largest, either the first or the second largest in the nation of private collection of torture devices. So either that's creepy or cool, however you want to define it.
I think it's both, equally both, but I definitely would have really liked to go there, honestly.
Yeah. So we went out and we got the high price ticket so we could walk around and listen to them talk about each device. And that was interesting. I would suggest that. So then you're just not reading the cards or anything.
Yeah.
They're actually, narrating what's happening, or how these, devices actually torture somebody. So that was kind of cool. We took some pictures in there. My niece didn't she didn't want any pictures of her taken, but me, I took a lot of them. Like, yeah, come on, take a picture of this, take a picture of that.
We got some. We're gonna post those too, right? Gonna have a couple.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Sure. We'll post those down. So that was pretty cool. She enjoyed it. She was very happy about that. So happy niece, happy life, I guess. So it was cool. So after that, then it was just me and her walking down the strip, and we went back to the car because it was going to rain again, which it did. It poured, so we're just sitting in the car, and that's when my brother was texting and saying he was almost there, so we're waiting around for him to get there. Stopped raining, we walked back out, and that's when we went to the fort. And my brother was there, so we went to the fort. Walked around. It was closed, so you couldn't go inside. But I'm not sure what's inside. But it was just interesting to walk around it. So after that, then we went to a coffee shop, and they had some beer there. So I got a beer, he got a drink, niece got a coffee, and mom and little guy got a hot chocolate. So that was kind of nice. And then after that, we went to get prepared for the ghost tour that we were doing. It was a trolley ghost tour.
What time is in the afternoon? Is this like what you in dark or you?
Oh, we're getting dark.
Gotcha.
This was probably around 7 o'clock or so. I think our ghost tour was at 8:30, and I think we got to the ghost tour place at like 7. So we're like, well, let's walk down, this other end of St. Augustine that we haven't been down yet, but not as touristy. So we started walking that way, and mom's like, well, I'm going to turn around. So she turned around with the niece, nephew, and my dad. And so my brother and I were like, well, we're going to keep walking. And my mom, if you're not somewhere on time, she kind of gets antsy.
Oh, that's me.
Like to be, huh?
That's like me.
Yeah.
But you're like that.
Yeah, I am, but I wasn't like that day.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm going to keep going. We still got plenty of time. Ghost tour's not until 8:30. It's like 7:30 right now. So I'm like, no, Tiki, let's keep walking. So I'm with TQ, and we started walking, and we saw a couple of different places that maybe we could get a beer. We're like, nah, we don't want to get one there. So we kept going a little bit further. And then so we found this pizza joint that was, local pizza joint. So we went in there and we got us a lager from, what was that place? One of the places in St. Augustine. I think it's better known. I can't remember the damn name. Excuse me. That was pretty loud. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. But anyways, so we got that, and they had a band that was out there playing. So my brother and I were just enjoying it. And we're just getting bombarded with phone calls from mom, text messages from mom. You need to get back. They're almost starting to board. So me and my brother, we take off running down there in flip-flops back to this place after we had our beer and talked to the owners and everything else there. Talking to random people at the bar, which was fun. And so we ran back, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. And by the time I got out of the bathroom, they were boarding my parents and everybody, and it was like right on time because I got my sticker and everything, got on the trolley, and we're ready to go. And I'm like, see, Mom, I'm never late. So it was interesting. It was interesting tour. I mean, could have been a little bit better if like you can get off and explore the places they took you to.
Yeah.
Those, where you get to get off, walk around, and then get back on kind of tours. We did get off at a cemetery, where they got a boy ghost there.
Boy ghost?
Yeah, boy ghost. Like he fell from the tree and broke his neck, some kind of thing.
So hard, but get so far.
Yeah, that's what he's singing too. So, yeah, rhyme with that. So yeah, we went there and then we stopped at the fort and we got out at the fort and everything. I can't remember all the ghosts they're talking about, but we actually did go to the oldest jail, or the original jail that was there in Ormond. And that was kind of interesting. And that's the one we really wanted to get out at and explore a little bit more. So that was pretty cool. They were talking about that. So if I ever did go back to St. Augustine, I think I'd try to go to that jail and get to explore that a little bit more, because we didn't get the time to do it when we were there. But it was an interesting tour. The tour guide was, made it very fun. She was energetic, as they should be, and everything else. But what was interesting too is like at night, when we were doing that trolley tour, there was a whole lot of walking tours that were going on around us as we were there. So that was kind of cool too. So, but anyways.
Yeah, I really like St. Augustine. I will say I tend to be on the outskirts of St. Augustine when I go. I'm not downtown St. Augustine. I really just like the condo and the beach area there. And it's not that far away from Charleston. So logistically, when I was in Charleston, it's nice. And even in Columbia, it's still nice. But they have a pretty little area down there for sure. It's touristy for sure as well. But it is pretty area.
Yeah, it seems a little more touristy in Charleston to me. So
yeah, I've been in Charleston. I can promise you, it's just as bad. Yeah, especially downtown. It's that. It's downtown Charleston 100%. It's just it's nice history there. Like you said, there's some really cool things, like places you'd like to get out and do, go see more, some like things. I think that is a Charleston 100%. But did you find good seafood? Like, was the prices good there? Like, is it affordable in St. Augustine? Did you notice?
We only went to that one place. I mean, the place we went to, it was more higher end kind of deal. But I mean, the food was delicious. Probably the best meal we had all week. So, but I mean, was it affordable? I mean, I couldn't eat there every night, but but I mean, we're on vacation, so.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That one day,
for sure.
So, but other than that, we didn't. At any other place, it was hard to find any good seafood.
Yeah, that I think that I was kind of alluding to that question. Did you have a lot of good seafood being on the coast? Kind of.
Not really. Like, like I said, I went to that Ormond garage and I got their buffalo cauliflower tacos. So I never had buffalo cauliflower tacos because every seafood item they had on the menu was fried or something like that. I didn't really want fried seafood. Anybody can fry, fish and call it something perfect, but it all tastes the same at the end of the day. So, but I mean, too, it was Ormond Garage. It's a brewery restaurant. So, I mean, you got one of those, you're not going to think, oh, I want some good seafood with my beer.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I want like kind of bar food, something unique. That's why I got that buffalo cauliflower taco, because I've never had one of those before. My God, it was good, man. That was good. So I have to try that one day, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you make a point though. I don't know that unless it's a light beer, and I'm gonna say the beer that shall not be named, but the blue canned beer that's really light, tastes like water, that I can drink with seafood. I do not like any other beer heavier than she should not be named, because it just doesn't go well with seafood. Like if I go to a seafood place, I'm really thinking about getting a liquor drink. I'll do liquor, but I don't like an IPA and like shrimp. Not having it. IPA and oysters, most definitely not interested. Do you feel the same way, or is that just not a good combo there?
Yeah, when I went to that Harry's restaurant, I had it was a whiskey drink, but it was called something else, and it was kind of like a old fashioned, but with a twist to it, like a Louisiana twist, because it was more of on the Louisiana cuisine at the Harry's Seafood.
Gotcha.
As far as what they did. But yeah, it was, I mean, I had a liquor drink, and then after I ate, or when the meal was about to get there, I think I got a beer, and then I got another beer, like two different IPAs that they had, which I can't remember what the name was of them, but anyways.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, that lager we had, I did find in my notes, it is from Veterans United Brewery.
Oh, cool.
In St. Augustine. So if you go back down there at St. Augustine, I suggest go to that brewery.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like it. So that'd be interesting to check out their website. I bet they have a pretty cool kind of theme gig going on there. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I would imagine so. So anyway, so that was Wednesday there, and then Thursday, I think Thursday we spent the day at the beach again. Friday we spent the day at the beach again.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then Saturday we packed up and left. So it was fun. I think Friday, because Thursday TQ had to work somehow, and so he didn't really get to get on the beach that long, and he's very slow in the morning, just like his daughter and my dad. So it was mainly my mom, my nephew, and me on the beach Thursday and Friday. But Friday he actually got down there kind of relatively early, so we got to play the game Polish for a little bit. So that was fun. So we got to play Polish. Me and him, we played against each other. I think I beat him. I think I was six. I beat him 6 times, and I think he beat me twice, maybe something like that. So I was dominating him pretty good, and we weren't throwing it hard because there's people all around, and we didn't want the frisbee to go random and hit some kid.
Yeah,
that would have been a good day. So we're doing little soft tosses, and then we tide came in, so we moved it behind the road in the sand that was behind us, closer to the hotel, and we got mom and dad out there involved playing, so that was fun too. There was a lot of people that just didn't know what that game was, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Phenomenal game. Absolutely one of the Trailblazers' signature games is Polish. It's not very, I guess it's not very popular, but it's definitely in like sports stores, Dick's Sporting Goods, different kind of probably Academy and stuff like that. They definitely have them. They're there, but it doesn't seem to be as popular. But basically the concept of that game is there's a pole with a plastic bottle, looks like a Bud Light. Lightning. I said the name that should not be named. Oh man. Dang, I just gave him.
I thought you were going with the Ultra.
No, it's
one that spilled on you.
No, I'm talking about just a light beer in general. My goal was to never say a name of a light beer other than when I was talking about one particular person that doesn't like it, then I would say it. But then after that, I decided I would never say it again.
Gotcha.
And
Right.
I didn't get very far. But anyway, it's a bottle, a beer bottle looking piece of plastic. It's kind of heavier. It's a thick piece of plastic. It's weighted, right? I mean, it's not super light.
It's pretty hollow. It's hollow, but it's just hard plastic.
Yeah, it's just a hard dense.
It.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get hit by it, but it's not necessarily heavy. It's very dense. Yeah. So you put this on top. You take a Frisbee. You're about how many steps away from it? Do you remember exactly? 30?
I don't know. It's in between like 30. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, somewhere around that. And you basically, idea is that I'm on the other side, and I try to throw a Frisbee, hit the pole, and knock down the bottle. In a certain place in the pole, I have to be above that. I need that for it to count. And it can't be short. It can't be really out of the way. But the idea is that a team of two has to catch the Frisbee. And if the bottle gets knocked off the pole, the person then has to catch the bottle. Another person has to catch the ball, or both people, but it has to be done with one hand. And the rule specifically says that as the team that's defending, each person is supposed to have a drink in their hand. That way, only allowing them to catch with one hand. So, really cool teamwork thing. There's a lot happening. It's very fast. And you have a few beers and you get mad. The Frisbees can start getting hard in front of each other. So, I think you referenced that. You're gonna hurt some fingers. It's gonna happen, but the game is a lot of fun. Definitely really like that game. That's cool that you took it.
Yeah, I mean, I usually take it to the beach when I go.
Yeah, so that's good. Well, that's it. So then you came home, huh?
Yeah, and then Saturday we drove back to TQ's in Charleston, and then we stayed the night. And then Thursday we did a fishing trip.
Oh yeah, how did I always forget to ask you about that? I mean, that's the
so that's what happened Thursday. I was like, what did happen Thursday? I was like, we didn't just do the beach Thursday and Friday. No, we did a fishing trip. So I looked up and got a guided fishing trip, which was just inshore fishing because they got the river behind the mainland, which is what is it called? The Halifax River.
Sounds good to me.
Behind that's in between, the Daytona Beach shores or Ormond shores and the Maine coast. So it just runs right behind the strip. So it was pretty good. We just fished up and down that up in the Ormond Beach area. And we got the Come and Get It fishing charters.
Come and get it.
So COM''N''Get It fishing charters. The guy's name is Billy Pettigrew. So he was a pretty cool guy. He's lived there his whole life. What he said. I'm pretty sure he knew what he was doing. We didn't have the best crew on hand, I guess you would say.
Are you talking about your crew?
My dad. Yeah, my crew.
Okay, gotcha.
The first dock we went to, my dad got a bite, and the fish just took off with it. And my dad, very slow reaction time, and lost it. So that was kind of disappointing.
Okay, that's it. He's not on our fishing team. He's not in it.
So the next, I think I caught a catfish. It was like a sail catfish, very pretty fish. It got like sails behind their, their fins on the side and the one on top, but very slimy fish. Very interesting. He said he does not suggest eating those, so we didn't keep any of the catfish that we caught that day. And then we went to the more docks, and we probably had at least, I think, one dock we didn't have any bites, but every other dock we had a bite.
Nice.
So I went. My niece, she he would cast out for her and let Dad and I cast out for ourselves, and he would always put her in a pretty good spot. Always she was always the first one out too. So she would so she was just sitting there, and all of a sudden hers looked like it's drifted over to a pole. And so he's like, well, look how you drift over a pole. So he grabs it And he gets her free from the pole, and then when he was doing it, he was like, well, I think there's a fish on here. And when he got it free from the pole, he was like, yeah, there's a fish on here. So Owen's sitting there with a rod in her hand. There's a fish on it, but she didn't realize it was wrapped around a pole. Either one, it got wrapped around the pole, and she didn't realize it to begin with, or it just took off and got around the pole and she didn't realize it. I don't really know what happened there, but it was kind of funny at the time, because we actually did catch that fish. It was a nice trout that we caught, and so that was fun. And then we went up a little bit further to a place where he said he knows where we can catch stuff. So we went out there, and he got Owen or my niece on a bobber with shrimp, and she caught her a ladyfish. And so Billy, he cut up the ladyfish, put it on a hook with like on a jig hook, and then he's like, here, throw it out there. So I threw it out there, and I caught a catfish, which wasn't a tailed catfish. It was another type of catfish that they have. They got 2 different types. I can't remember what that one was, but there's no need because you can't eat them.
Yeah.
So it was catfish. So then he ate that bait, so we put another piece on there, and that's when I caught the spot. So that was kind of cool. It was a nice spot. It was I don't know, 26 inches, 24 inches, and I can't remember, but it was a keeper from Florida, so I got to keep it. And that was really the only 2 fish we got to keep. I think I caught 4 catfish and a spot. My dad caught a catfish, a sail cat, and then Owen caught the trout and the ladyfish.
I mean, it sounds like you. I mean, that's a pretty good trip for a charter and everything. I mean, that sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah,
and you stayed busy.
We started at like 6:45 and we didn't end until about 12 to 1. So I mean, it was more than half the day. So it was really good time. The guy was nice. He telling us, stories and different things. He does fishing tournaments there too. He does all kinds of stuff like that. So I mean, if you're ever down there, look him up. His name is Billy Pettigrew, and he's the Come and Get It fishing charters in Ormond Beach or Daytona Beach area. So it was very nice. It was a great day. Great day. Any day on the water is a great day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and we got 2 keepers, so that was good.
No, this is good. So, well, that's good, man. It sounds like you had a really good trip.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we went back to my brother's. That's where we cooked the fish. Gotcha. And they were delicious.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that. Well, I think I got a few questions from the fans. So it's just a quick fire. Yeah, it's a rapid fire question. So they want to know about your beach trip. How they want to know how it went. So one is this is good. This could be rapid fire questions. Did you see a shark?
No.
Did you see a dolphin?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Were there jellyfish in the water?
Yes.
Did anybody get stung in your group?
No. We only saw them when we were fishing.
Oh, well, that's good. That's even better.
Yeah.
Did you see any seashells?
Seashells by the seashore? Yes.
Was Sally there?
Was Sally there? Never met a Sally.
Okay. Did you collect any shells?
I did, but I gave them to my nephew and he threw them back.
It's a give and take relationship. I hear you. And ultimately, the last question from our top fan for the night was, did you wear sunscreen to protect yourself from skin cancer such as melanoma?
Yes. Good. Sure did. Every day.
All right. Well, the fans will be happy to know that you did all those things and had a great time doing that. So
I sure did, man.
Those questions were coming in hot as we right off the press. So
right off the press. Mm-hmm. Off the live feed. Mm-hmm. Nice. It's always good to have that live on that website.
Yeah, that's really, really helping out a lot. Started seeing a big improvement on numbers. So that's cool. But anyway, that's great, man. I'm glad you had a really good time. Let me tell you though, I missed you. And I was never jealous, but I wanted to be there.
Yeah. I mean, it was very relaxing, man. I did not one time think about work or think about.
I thought you were going to say not one time did I think about you. I was just like, damn.
Yeah. No, it's not one time I didn't think about, work or have to like stress about getting up in the morning or anything. I mean, it was just total relaxation for me. It's like my mind was free, and it was, I don't know, it was soothing.
It makes it so hard to come back to work. So hard, man.
Very hard, very hard, very hard. So,
but so
yeah,
well, that's really good,
bro.
Well,
definitely. I wish you were on that fishing trip.
I mean, out of all the things that you probably did, that is the thing that I probably most wish I was there. You know, so, but you know, it is what it is. Trailblazers have to go different places because there's a lot. The world's really big, man. The universe is huge. I mean, it's the world today, Mars next month or something. I mean, we're gonna have to split up. We can't be in the same place all the time to be able to give the content the audience wants. I mean, 98 followers. I mean, these guys want to know like places like what St. Augustine looks like, where Florida looks like. I mean, you know, and locally down where Columbia. So I mean, we gotta get out there. We gotta beat the doors. Yeah, we gotta divide, conquer, get on the doors, kind of like what Biden's doing for like the he's knocking on doors for vaccinations. We're like, hey, they're Trailblazers. How about give us a light and give us a beer, and also give us something to eat because we like food as well. So I think that a good transition into the meat section. I think we got a lot to talk about because I have one section, but I definitely don't want to go too far past what you did to the fish, because that is a part of your trip. So I want to hear about that, how y'all did it. But before we do that, just want to let you know to the audience that this break is brought to you by the Trailblazers. Do you get lonely in car rides? Do you find yourself wanting to text and drive? Well, stop. Stay informed and entertained by listening to the Trailblazers on Spotify as well as iHeartRadio. It's a wonderful podcast featured by two best friends on many adventures. Trailblazer Podcast, rated top 10 podcast, most likely to have a bridge named after them. All right.
Most likely to have a British named after him.
Most likely to, oh man, don't make me do it again. Most likely to have a bridge named after him.
Nice.
Yeah.
A bridge.
Yeah. So I was able to do that. So I was happy about that.
I guess we're gonna have to make a bridge and name it. Oh, we already did. We gotta name it.
What bridge?
At the farm.
Oh shoot. Yes. We have a little bridge at the farm. I mean, it's exactly what you think it would be. It's exactly how you would imagine a bridge that the Trailblazers would make. And we're gonna have to put
everything.
We're gonna have to put a sign up on that. So I hope you like my commercial break, man. I wrote it while you were chatting.
Great. The applause in there.
So anyway, I had to make my own sound effects because I didn't have a button for this cars crashing and stuff. So
yeah. Hey man, I think your sound effects are way better than a button push.
Oh heck yeah! So let's talk about the fish. So you had a spot tail and a trout. Did you cook them different? How'd you cook them? And
cooked them a little bit. I mean, I cooked them. Hell, I don't remember. I put some kind of seasoning on them.
Okay.
But I went to grill them, and at my brother's, they got a propane grill, and I started it up, and I was like, well, I'm gonna, start it up, heat it up, so you can clean off the grates, easier and all that stuff. And well, I went to do that, and all of a sudden, the flames kept getting hotter. They kept spreading. They were underneath where the flames shouldn't be going. And I was like, okay, so black smoke was coming out. It was smelling pretty bad too. So I just turned it off. And I think it took about 30 minutes for the flames to go out after I turned it off. And it was extremely hot. The handle on the outside got hot.
Oh no, man.
I moved the propane from underneath the grill to as far as the line would let me take it. And but I was getting ready to push it into the pool if it kept going, because I was getting nervous. I'm nervous around propane anyway because of past events. But anyway, so it was not fun. So I was like, well, the grill's out. So
yeah.
The best other way that we had was to bake it. So what I did was I already wrapped, I seasoned the trout with I got some kind of seasoning. What was it? Oh, like a mesquite flavor seasoning that I got, and then I just wrapped the trout in tinfoil like totally wrapped it. And then the spot tail was it was just off the bone, like filleted, but the scales on the other side were still on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I put that flat on tinfoil on top of a cookie sheet, and
Gotcha.
just put the mesquite seasoning on it as well, and then baked it at, I think, 350 for about 20 minutes or so, and it was perfect. I mean, it was moist, it was flaking right off, it was tender, and everybody enjoyed it, everybody loved it. You can definitely taste the different flavors between the fish just from what they give off. You could tell one from the other. The spot was a little more, how would you say it? Not as flaky as the trout. It was more. It was more dense. I mean,
yeah, that's how. Yep.
More dense than the trout. So it was kind of more like a steak kind of portion, maybe, but not as hard as a steak, I guess you would say. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I that's how I would say it too, man. the trout has, it's just lighter overall. It's a lighter meat. Yeah. The spot tail's a little more dense. So that sounds good. It made my mouth water. I know we got a lot of fish we got to eat, so we're gonna do that. We gotta find some friends. But so while you were gone, I decided, because it's Father's Day weekend coming up on Sunday. That particular day you were coming back. Or
Sunday, yeah.
You came back Saturday, didn't you?
No, we came back. My brother's on Saturday. I was back home on Sunday.
That's right. So you came back Sunday, and my dad was coming up, so I cooked a pork shoulder. I smoked that. I went golfing Saturday morning, and I didn't want to spend the whole time my dad was there to visit me and my obviously his granddaughter and my child cooking. So I went ahead and decided I'd do a Saturday after golf, and it was a great day golfing. Had a lot of fun, and got back. I started about 2:00. And I just cooked that thing, and I had a beautiful, slow, smoky start. I mean, really good smoke. I stayed at just under 225. I mean, it was under 225, and I cooked that for under 225 I was able to keep the grill down for like several hours, about 3.5 hours, before it started getting kind of 225, 250. But the problem, the meat itself was super tender. It was really good, but my allergies were bothering me. I had been a little under the weather, kind of with a cold or something from the baby, and the golf was a lot. I was kind of getting over it at that point. Probably should have just relaxed, but the smoke really agitated me. So in the first hour of smoke, I was like, I'm only doing one more hour, and that's it. And I typically on those big shoulders and butts, really, I'm looking at I like to do about 4 hours. Seems to be about the amount that I really like. Mm-hmm. So I cut it real short by only doing it 2 hours. That was the big thing that I noticed. The tenderness, I had gotten it perfect. It took me a little bit longer than I wanted to cook it, but I wasn't rushing it. I really liked the temperature I had. I could have obviously creased it a little bit, but I didn't. But ultimately, the biggest thing that I had to say about that I didn't really like was the fact that the smoke. I had a really good smoke ring. I didn't have a good kind of didn't build into it very well. Kind of on the outside layer, there's a little bit of smoke, but not intense enough. So, but everybody said they liked it. It was a good meat. I don't disagree that it wasn't. I soaked it in a marinade. Of course, as always, we kind of use apple cider vinegar. Did that, and I was actually surprised by that. I did that for 24 hours. There wasn't I didn't even notice that. A lot of times that meat, especially with a really fatty meat, that fat really pulls in that vinegar taste. And when you're kind of shredding that into it, you can kind of get that kind of vinegary taste to it. Really like it. Didn't really notice that. And I let that soak in a lot longer than I normally do. So I thought that was kind of a little strange. But anyway, nonetheless, it was really good. Still wish I had a little more smoke. But after my allergies, I was like, oh, heck no. So I was like, yeah, not going to happen.
You have bad allergies.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm suffering right now.
it's crazy. I mean, but yeah, it was good. So I did that. I think I posted some pictures on Facebook on that. I can't really remember if I did. Yeah, I think I did.
You posted something about, am I doing this right even though I'm alone?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I mean, I tried to
I think we
share
both
it with us.
Other's trips.
So yeah, I was but I was just I'm really happy for you, man. I'm glad you got to go fishing ultimately. That
Yeah,
I would have loved to do that too. Wish I could have been with you. Wish I could have been with the family. I would have enjoyed having a few beers with you on the beach.
Yeah, sure.
You know, but unfortunately,
you were there, I probably wouldn't drink as much.
You would have drank less if I was there.
I don't know, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe you're missing me. I hear you, man. I would
maybe
think that's right.
But you know, sometimes when you're in your family, they kind of just get on your nerves a little bit.
You know, this is recorded, right? Anyway, no, but I'm glad y'all got to do that. I know it's been a while for you, and we have a big vacation coming up together in September, which we're going to Austin, Texas.
That was my first. So I've been at my job for 3 years now. That was my first time I took a whole week off. So
I'm glad you got to do it. I'm glad we got to hear about it. And honestly, I'm really glad that I got to try this blueberry beer. I wish I could have another one, but unfortunately I cannot. And again, we have plenty more beers to try that you did. So after this, don't buy any more. Let me catch back up to you. All right. Cause I have some stuff I want to add that, you know, that is kind of out of our realm. So I'd like to try it.
Well, we did get a Facebook comment from, I think, my brother about a cider.
Yeah. So. Well, that's one that I'd like to try as well. And, you know, we looked at that. That's kind of why I was interested in going to Austin to that big cider brewery they had, was exactly for that, because I want to kind of see like this may be something worth trying and mentioning per a comment from one of our fans. So
I hear you on that.
So that's that. I do want to do one thing here. We're gonna obviously at the end of our day, we always kind of give a shout out to our social medias and stuff, but I wanted to try to see if this would work at least live while I was doing it. But I wanted to ultimately take the time and let internet think for a second. But I wanted to say, check out our website. It's right here. This is our website, so you can check this out. We have hopefully you can see it, right, Jeff?
Yep.
Our episodes that we have some information as it goes all the way down to our very first episode. So if you're new to the podcast, check us out. Be patient with us in the first couple of episodes. We're trying to figure it out. We're piecing this together and we're getting better as we go. So definitely stay there. This is where the future will be. We'll have obviously our Facebook information, our Twitter, and our Instagram, and our YouTube, our email, things like that. Look at that. VTailblazers.gmail as well. It'll go directly there. We also have the hate mail that Jeff said. We're going to hopefully have some blogs. I really want to write up a blog about some of the different things we've done. Hopefully we can separate this from different things from vacations, as trips, and food, beer, and maybe even just kind of outdoor tips that we've learned. I'm not sure that we are overly experienced in any particular subject matter, but we'll definitely be glad to write some verbiage on this stuff. But this is it. Check us out. Welcome to the Tailblazers. It tells you what we're about. This is our website, so for the people that are able to watch us and maybe check this out on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. But for those who do not, go to the TheTailblazers.net. I knew I said that a little fast. TheTailblazers.net. Check us out on our new website. So we also have that new logo, so we'll definitely be posting that on our Facebook page as well. But if they don't want to go to our website, where would they find us on social media, Jeff?
You can find us, as he said, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, at The Tailblazers. At The Tailblazers. Email us, hate mail at TheTailblazers.net.
Perfect. I think that's a wrap. And we missed this in the beginning. I think it's because we've been so long. But always with me is my other co-host, Jeff LeBlanc, and Aaron Kiner. And we thank you again for listening to the episode. Y'all have a good one now.